Welcome back, Pause Menu Society. Top show, top guys, dude cast tonight. I'm one of your hosts, Derrick Daniel Ocean. That's Big Money Sterl, super producer, and that's Killer KG. Jasmine is still recovering, and she will be back very soon. I know I keep saying that, but she is 100% coming back. She told me there's a bunch of shit she wants to talk about when she comes back. So pretty soon, hopefully. Amy is actually this evening attending a red carpet premiere of The Devil Wears Prada 2. So she'll probably come back and give us a little synopsis of that. Do keep in mind, we have our Euphoria episode recaps. The audio goes live on Wednesdays, and then the video goes live on Fridays. And then we'll be doing the same thing once we get to Raising Kanan, the final season. I think that's next month, right? Because by the time y'all hear this, it will be May. So I think Raising Kanan comes back in June. So we're gonna be doing the same thing with that. By the time y'all hear this would have already happened. We just wrapped principal photography Monday night into Tuesday morning on the next film for Monster Kid Productions. I will be on Movie Guys podcast to talk about the experience, give them a little background on film production and all it entails. And we're going to talk about Michael and some other films and stuff like that. So check them out. They stream on YouTube. I think it's every Friday night, Movie Guys. Shout out to Alex. He put this together. Really solid guy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. It's a lot. So some shit I'm just going to run through real quick. Diego Pavia went undrafted. He was at a strip club throwing ones the night before the draft. That was something that apparently the team scouts. He already, like, my brother, your back is against the wall already. You're 5'9". Like, I don't care what Vandy had you listed at. You're 5'9" at best. And this is the first time a Heisman Trophy candidate went undrafted since 2014, if I'm not mistaken. They said. Now, Pavia, this season. So the prior season, he helped lead Vanderbilt to that upset win over Alabama, right?
Yeah.
And that put him on a lot of people's map. He lobbied for an extra year of eligibility. NCAA said no, so he entered the draft. If you remember when he didn't win the Heisman, he posted on Instagram, "Fuck the Heisman" or some shit. Or it was Twitter or something. People already said things about his character. After the Tennessee game, his brother got arrested. I think that might have been the second arrest for somebody in his family after a Vanderbilt game this past season. His mom was grinding on the fucking pole and twerking and shit. Like, he get a first down. His mama was out there wild. You never seen that video?
No, I
Oh
didn't see
God,
that.
hold on. I gotta find it. Yeah, like they would get a first down and she would start grinding on poles and shit like that.
At the game?
Yes, like on ESPN cameras.
She showing up.
Oh yeah, she was something. Yep, here it is.
That's
She had
crazy.
the Heisman pose and everything. She was out that bitch wilding. Not for nothing though. His mama, she didn't look that old. Actually, she don't look old at all. And I'm just saying, you better watch her. I just put the link to the video in the Discord. Yeah, so he went undrafted. Of course, he did actually end up signing on as an undrafted free agent with the Baltimore Ravens. That's probably the worst quarterback job. Like that, Kansas City, Buffalo, uh, because like whoever's gonna play quarterback for KC to start, Mahomes is not gonna start the season. So whoever's gonna get that job, they're gonna get some reps and be able to kind of set themselves up for life after the Chiefs. Josh Allen can do no wrong in Buffalo. It doesn't matter what he does, he's not going to lose that job. You know what I mean? We all saw that after that debacle in Denver. I don't think Lamar would lose the job either in Baltimore. So Pavia is going to hold the clipboard for a while, and Unfortunately, it's just what it is. Funny thing is, Prime was like, "Don't let this discourage you." This, that, and the third. Prime really, really likes Diego Pavia. I think he kind of likes the fact that he's like brash and shit like
Mhm.
that. But so he posted on his Instagram. He posted and deleted, "Fuck the NFL. I write my own path."
I seen that.
Yeah. And the crazy thing was all the shit that they said about Shador, this, that, and the third, and like Pavia does this shit. It's just like, dog, I don't like. He was a pain in the ass. Like, so obviously on my Patreon, I cover like in the fall, I have a college football show. And sometimes it goes beyond like the playoff, talk about signing day and, how many recruits, 5-star. Like, I did a lot of recruiting detail on Mizzou, right? But covering Pavia this past season was just absolutely exhausting. Like, every time I turned around, it was something. Covering Pavia was exhausting. That whole Lane Kiffin situation was absolutely fucking exhausting. I'm just like, I'm sorry, like all of them on the ESPN panel being like Lane did nothing wrong. It's like, that's because y'all have the same fucking agent as he does. Like Nick Saban, you saying he did nothing wrong when you literally fired him for doing the same fucking thing because he took another job and decided he wanted to stay on your staff and help you coach the team in the playoff. No, he should not have been able to coach, and I'm glad they didn't let him coach. Um, Diego Pavia, man, I just don't fucking know, dog. I don't. It's like I don't wish him. I don't wish him any ill will, but like you already got the world stacked against you. You're 5'9". You don't throw a great deep ball. Like you too short to even see over the lineman's fucking head. Like you have to like the only way for him to work like in the NFL and even in major college football, it's like a lot of rollouts outside the pocket so you can see downfield. You didn't do yourself any favors. You went to the strip club the night before. You wilded out all fucking season. Yeah, man. And then like taking advice from Johnny Manziel, the last fucking person, anybody, any
Yeah, that's
quarterback
definitely the
going into
last
the
nigga you should
NFL,
Yeah.
be
that's
listening
the
to.
last person you should be fucking taking advice from. I wish you well, my brother. I don't know what to tell you. I don't see it ending well for you. Now, if you actually study your playbook, because we know Johnny didn't, but I still don't think you're not going to start as a quarterback in the NFL. You better be willing to switch positions when they get you in the camp because you're not playing quarterback. You just aren't.
What else he gonna play? Receiver?
I don't know if
They
he
could
runs the ball
try.
well
I
enough.
don't see it.
They,
I was gonna say he don't have the mechanics like that for it.
yeah, the best they can probably get out of him is a tailback. I just like, bro, it's looking real CFL-ish to me. That's all I'm saying. Learn how to speak French Canadian, my brother, because I just don't see you having a long future in the NFL. I just don't.
Better be an
We've seen the
analyst.
story before.
What's my man name with the invisible girlfriend? Better be an analyst like him.
Manti Te'o,
Yeah.
he actually had a pretty. He. Here's the thing.
Injuries
He's
fucked
not the
him up.
he's not the first college football great that didn't translate to the NFL. Like, how many guys won a Heisman and had totally terrible fucking careers in the NFL? Tim Tebow. You know what I'm
What's the
saying?
running back name?
Reggie
The playing in
Bush.
Playing in Cleveland.
Reggie Bush was injuries only though. That we're not
Well,
gonna do
that
that.
came later. The one thing I would give Reggie is he won a Super Bowl, and Sean Payton helped design that offense around Reggie and Drew Brees. Reggie's injuries came later. Unfortunately, here in St. Louis on the turf, he sued the shit
Mhm.
out the city for that. But he Reggie was never going to be a between the tackle runner. The best thing you can do with Reggie Bush is get him out in space, some wheel routes, line him up a receiver on a linebacker or something like that. Reggie Bush is just like he's a video game player. You can move
Mm-hmm.
him around and design other packages for him. Sean Payton started to do that, but he didn't continue with it, and that was the biggest issue. Or else Reggie could have been a home run hitter every fucking play, man. So I don't know, Diego, man. Good luck.
Yeah.
I just don't look like your future don't look too bright for me, bro. I just don't. I just I've seen you play. That's all I'm saying. I've seen you play. What you did was great for the University of Vanderbilt, but like it's not gonna work in the NFL, brother. Let's check in with our sisters over at Six Brown Chicks. So this is interesting. They tweet 6 questions that they're asked by followers every week. I chose question 4 this week. It says, I date multiple women and I'm upfront about it. I'm just having fun and I don't want to play games or lead a woman to believe that we're in a relationship. If one of them calls and I'm out with someone else, I say that. I notice. So one of them calls and I'm out with someone else. I say that. I noticed that Gia made herself less available than the others. I'd call and she wouldn't call back. Once she told me she was on a weekend trip with a male friend. I hung up. I wanted Gia, or I wanted to know what man snatched her away from me. After work, I sat outside Gia's apartment waiting on this man. After a few hours, I saw my competition, a short, mid-attractive guy. He opened her car door. They had groceries. I slept in my car waiting on him to come out. He spent the night. I called off work and followed him. I followed him for a month after that. I met him at a coffee shop and attempted to become his friend, but he called me a weird-ass nigga. Yes, you are a weird-ass nigga. And told me to move on. My issue is that I don't think I want Gia anymore. I'm totally fascinated with her boyfriend. I find him attractive, but I'm not gay. What's going on with me? I'm confused and uncomfortable. Help. Let me tell you something, brother. You might not be totally gay. You're definitely bi at best. That's what's going on with you. Like flat out. That's what's going on with you. You're at least, but Sterl, say it because your face
Yeah, cut it the
is.
fuck out, dog. You tried to set me up with that one. Like, yeah, I don't know, brother.
Oh
You followed
God.
the nigga for a month,
A
and
month is crazy.
What you mean? Would you like follow him around and shit? That what you talking about?
Yeah.
he followed the nigga around for a whole month after he seen it.
Hell
The
no.
nigga's a
Yeah,
creep. I'm not saying he's gay, but he's at least bi, right?
He's at least gay. What is you talking about?
yeah, yeah. He all. Nah, ain't no at least.
That nigga gay. Like,
What?
yeah, it's
What?
Well,
okay.
but he also fucks women, so
That all sounds like a front to me. You just don't have all these girls and you doing all this with all these girls, and then you
That's
lay your eyes
cool.
on one random nigga and now you following them for a month. Nah, fam.
remember
Yeah,
that
that's a
Jamie
couple months.
Foxx comedy special where the nigga met Prince and the nigga was like, he walked out and he was like, you looked in his eyes, didn't you? He was like, how you know? He was like, I did it. He been fucking me for 6 years or some shit like that.
Damn. What the fuck?
You ain't ever seen that joint?
I
Bro, it
don't
was
see that.
hilarious.
That was one of them Laugh-A-Palooza joints.
Jamie Foxx is fucking hilarious. I think it was like, whatever you do, don't look him in the eye.
See, that's crazy.
Shout out my nigga Jamie, man. Fucking hilarious. Shout out Jamie.
Quick, I got a quick scope breakdown. The Hawks is getting beat by 55.
So my little bro texted me. He was like, what you doing? I'm like, shit, I'm logged back in working. He was like, look at the Knicks and Hawks score. I was like, all right, 1 second. I was like, is it bad? So I pulled up ESPN. I was like, what? I was like, nigga, it
Well,
was
look,
72-22. I was like, how the fuck are y'all getting
And
50
that was
balls?
before the first half.
yeah,
Bro,
it's
I was like, nigga, it's JV teams out there that could do better than that.
yeah, they got the damn bench
50
warmer in
ball is
now.
professional athletes is crazy.
I
It's
Yeah,
got a
it's
fucking
kidney and a
crazy.
half, and I could go out there and get more than 22 and a half. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That is crazy. What's the score right now, Kobe?
120, 127.75.
God damn.
I turned that shit off. I'm watching the Knicks game. Like, yeah, that was retarded.
I just said, oh, the game's playing tonight. Look, that's the first one I seen. I had a double take. What?
And they
Oh
at home.
no, that's even wilder. Getting smacked up on your home floor.
That's crazy.
That sounds like some Atlanta
That is
shit.
fucking crazy.
Mm-mm.
50 balls.
Have the
It's a
Hawks been
grown
out of the
man.
first round?
What'd you say?
Had the Hawks been out of the first round?
Yeah, shit. They was
Brother,
giving
I can't
Cleveland
tell you.
running it for them. Yeah, they was giving Cleveland a run for their money. You got to remember, them niggas have first seeds and shit. Back in
Well,
20.
that's right.
Yeah,
ISO Joe.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, Joe Johnson. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, they was some monsters.
that
yeah. They
shit. That
had a
need
good
him.
3-4 year run where they was the number 1 seed or 2 seed.
Yeah,
So
I
Yeah, it
yeah,
was
remember that.
ISO.
Because I remember the year they were the number 1 and Boston, the year Boston won the title. The first year, KG, Ray, and Paul Pierce. And Boston was the 1. Atlanta was the 8, and they nearly got them niggas up out of there.
Yeah, you got to
Damn.
think it was ISO Joe, Al Horford,
So, Josh,
Josh Smith,
Josh Smith, Jay Smooth was a problem.
that
That
nigga,
nigga Teague. That nigga
Teague,
Teague is
Jeff
the
Teague.
funniest nigga on earth. That nigga say, I totally forgot that Mike died the day of the NBA draft. And the nigga Teague said that shit was so sad. He was like, nigga, I'm about to get drafted and my daddy ain't here because Michael Jackson died.
Yep, nigga,
yeah.
mama was in there crying and shit.
Crying and shit, that's crazy. Did y'all see Mike yet?
Nah,
I
I ain't
still
seen
ain't
him
had a
yet.
chance to see it.
Yeah, I gotta go see it, man.
I've
It's
been
good.
busy as
In my
hell.
opinion, it's really good. It's really good. The time jumps are a little crazy, but you know. Oh man, shout out that nigga Teague. Shout out Teague. I love that
T,
nigga.
wow.
That nigga B
T
Hen
is
is the
wild.
wildest nigga on God's green earth. I don't care what nobody says, dog.
That
B Hen
nigga's
is a
Potter of
wild,
the
wild
year
boy.
by far.
Yeah, B Hen definitely. He's in a league all his own, man. Imagine like I know they did them crossover episodes. If somebody was to like go out of town, like how B Dot was up there when Ice was dealing with like family stuff, if they can get B Hen
Yeah.
up there, bro. Niggas' heads might explode. Joe would have to increase the price of the fucking Patreon if they got B Hill.
Right.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh
look.
man, shout out B Hill. That's a wild nigga. I don't know how they do it, bro. I could not sit there with that nigga. The shit he be saying when he told that nigga T. When T was talking about when Iverson first came out with the sleeve, he was like, "I feel like niggas do a lot of broke shit just to be
Yeah.
doing it." He was like, "You couldn't buy them
Niggas was
shits in
wearing
the store."
socks.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said nigga Teague say he was wearing socks. He was like, nigga, I know you wasn't that broke now. Come on.
Bro,
That's crazy.
B Hill is fucking crazy, dog.
T was like, that wasn't even selling them in the stores yet. I'm like, come on, dog.
Exactly. He's not wrong. When Iverson first came with that sleeve, everybody was like, what the fuck is that on his arm? Nobody knew what that shit was, man. And I think he might have had tendonitis or something like that. And that's why he was wearing it. But I know you wouldn't have fucking bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
that dude, wow.
Bro, I was crying. Shout out to him, man. Oh my fucking God. All right, what we got, man? It's been a crazy, crazy week. Speaking of Mike, fuck it. This was really interesting to me. So it has been revealed. These phone calls, somebody was recording Mike's phone calls. This one, and then this one's like 2 minutes long, and there's another one that was 15 minutes long, but I wasn't gonna listen to the whole thing. Joe called Michael on Father's Day and told him, give me $500,000, and was like, you wouldn't be where you are without me. But this one's interesting. So this is from the Art of Dialogue Twitter account. This recorded phone call of Michael Jackson recorded without his knowledge is circulating online, with him admitting it took him years to get over Diana Ross, that she had his nose wide open, and that he was deeply in love. Quote from Michael, I loved her so much, I would give her money, I would give her jewelry, I would give her a house, a car, whatever. I was never good enough. Mike and Diana Ross, thoughts?
Yeah, I seen the
She
I
nasty in
seen
the
the
motherfucker for that.
I seen the clip.
That nigga legit was a kid. Mike was So he
Yeah.
was 10 when they signed when I think ABC or I Want You Back came out, but Barry Gordy told him to tell people he was 8. Diana Ross was a good 20, 30 something at that fucking time. So I don't know, like, because Tracy's older than we are, right?
Yeah. She about
Because the nigga
46, 40.
Evan,
She might be 50.
Tracy's definitely got to be 50 because Evan is like our age. Let's see real quick. How old are Tracy Ellis Ross and Evan Ross?
Yeah, Tracy
Tracy's
53.
53. Tracy is 10 years older than I am, and Evan is 37.
He about my age.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, fuck. How much older is Diana Ross than Michael Jackson? That's the top search. She's 14 years older. So if Michael was 10, She was 24 then?
Yeah, 24.
She was born 1944, and he was born in 1958. Okay, so Michael tried to bag him a little old thing when he got up there. Okay, I see you. I mean, it's Mike Jackson. It's Mike fucking
Yeah.
Jackson.
Like, y'all seen that clip about them on that, I guess it was a award show? When,
Which one?
Michael and Donna Ross. Was
When she
it?
called him on stage to sing
Yeah.
Upside Down?
No,
That
no,
nigga
no.
tore her ass up on that stage, bro.
No,
I was
it
like,
wasn't
yo,
that.
don't you?
It was some kind of award he won, and she went up there with him. And she was kissing somebody on the cheeks or whatnot. And that nigga Michael was looking around like,
Mike
they
had that
said,
nigga clipped after the award show.
That nigga from Gary, Indiana, dog. I don't know why they be thinking that nigga Mike was soft. That's just like niggas thinking Hammer soft. Like, nigga, you know Hammer's from Oakland, right? Like,
yeah, this
what? Like,
Hammer used to run up on people.
hell yeah, he did. Hammer wasn't playing with niggas. Fuck out of here, Stanley, bro. That you know that nigga Hammer is like a third cousin removed or some shit like that on my mom's side. I didn't know that we had any Burrells in our family till we went to a family reunion. And it was the summer of 03. Remember when I just got out the hospital and shit?
Mm-hmm.
And we went to that family reunion. It was like, yeah, Hammer's our people. I was like, Hammer's who people? It was like ours. I was like, okay, I mean, too legit to quit, I guess. I don't fucking know. Mike and Diana Ross, though, 14 years. They just like trick. Them niggas used to trick back in the day. Bobby Brown bought Janet a car when she was with homeboy from DeBarge. Them niggas were
Them
just
niggas is
spending the
tricking
money.
back in the day. Today, if
Yeah.
you got the bread, them niggas is gonna throw it.
Ladies, let me tell you something. I am cheap as fuck. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Not buying you shit.
Yeah. You can get
Fuck
light
out of
bill
here.
money from me at best. So
You ain't getting that. You see me shining. Only on the
I ain't,
video.
yeah.
Only on the video. Videos available Wednesday mornings on our YouTube channel. Yeah, dog. Nah, I didn't. Here's my thing. I guess them niggas had different tastes back then. God, it just never did it for me. Tracy, they got the same eyes and everything. Now Tracy got that backyard, but Diana Ross I just don't see it for her. Am I bugging?
I mean, back then was different. She was a superstar back then. So
I hear you.
Yeah.
So Diana Ross is essentially for that generation. She's what Beyonce is to our generation. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Yeah.
I get it, but Beyonce is like you can objectively look at Beyonce and be like, yo, nigga, Hov, a lucky man, dog. But Diana Ross, I'm just like, fuck that. And you let Barry Gordy slide too? Like you fucked up the whole Supremes because you was fucking Barry? Like, come on, dog. I don't know, man. Florence Ballard looked doper to me. I'm pretty sure it was Florence Ballard. I have to go back. I have to go back and look. But yeah, man, I don't know. But Mike was willing to trick. Mike liked him though. Elizabeth Taylor. Mike was obsessed with her. And like if you ever seen old pictures of Elizabeth Taylor, she was a one of one, boy. I get it. I think she had like 9 husbands or some shit like that.
Damn,
Damn.
man.
Elizabeth Taylor
She
got
was
around.
she was blowing the doors off them niggas.
Shit.
8 times to 7 different men. Oh, that's right. She was with Conrad Hilton Jr., Mike Todd, Eddie Fisher, Richard Burton, Larry Fortinsky. I don't know. Yeah, she was a motherfucker. Let me find a good picture of Elizabeth Taylor Young. She was something. Yeah, stroke season. I do it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, if you watch the "Leave Me Alone" video, um, like where Mike has like he's laying down and he's basically an amusement park and it's just like random like shit like it's the
Mhm.
elephant man's bones and all that stuff. It's a picture of a young Elizabeth Taylor in that video. I'm talking about, boy. I get it, Mike. Mike had good taste in women. Mike had really good taste in women. I, I I don't know. I still, for me, like Lisa Marie Presley was actually fine. I believe the situation with Debbie Rowe, the one that had the kids, but I think that was strictly just for the children. Like, because if I'm looking at Mike Bagg, Elizabeth Taylor, Diana Ross, check the group text. I put the Elizabeth Taylor joints in there. If I'm looking at his bag, Debbie Rowe just doesn't fit. Like, one of these things is not like the other, and we know who it is.
Right.
But Mike wanted kids. But yeah, Lisa Marie Presley was bad. Fucking Priscilla Presley was bad too. Elvis was a wild boy.
That
Wild
nigga was
boy.
beyond wild.
Yeah. Shout out to Mike, man. Rest in peace to the GOAT. But Diana Ross had his nose wide open. I mean, I hear you. I hear you, brother. A house, a
I mean,
car, jewelry.
she was an older woman. She was already experienced. I mean,
Boy, they'll
Mike
catch
was
you.
just coming off of just getting into his grown man bag, or if you want to call it that. So yeah, I could see it.
Nigga, Mike and Marlon was watching Jermaine put it down on holes in the hotel room. And nigga Jermaine told them niggas to play sleep. Y'all niggas act like y'all sleep. What?
Shit,
Mike
that's
and
that's
Marlon under the covers. Jermaine right there slaying bitches. It's crazy.
that's normal activity.
I mean, but it fits what Jermaine Dupri said. Like, Janet told him, "Hey, ain't nothing you could do that would surprise me, nigga. I got hella brothers. Like, nothing you do, like, nigga, you're no different than anybody else. I got 6 motherfucking brothers. I don't care
Right.
what you do."
Hey, I see that
And
video
them
I
And
was
niggas
talking
been
about.
the man since they was a kid.
I'm talking about what that nigga say. Shit, we was the first niggas in LA with Ferraris. Like, yo, and these
KG, I
niggas
did
was
see this. I did see this. Yeah,
Yeah.
what?
he threw that nigga. He talking this the award show where she was kissing. It's looked like Harry Belafonte, and that nigga
Where's
Mike
it
was
at?
throwing. It's in
In,
a group chat.
in the group
That nigga
chat.
Is it?
Mike was hella pissed. Shit, I think this old girl he's sitting next to.
Yeah,
Niggas
I think
say he
this.
wrote Dirty Diana because of this? What?
Yeah.
Oh, Mike ain't having it. Oh, when
Yeah.
he looked, cause
He
look, she
mugging
look,
her.
yeah,
She
cause
kissing everybody. He looking at her like,
that's
bitch, if you
Elizabeth
don't get
Taylor
over
right
here.
next to him.
That's what I'm saying. He's sitting next to Elizabeth Taylor. Wait till next you see him on stage.
Mike is not having it. Bitch ass nigga, don't you ever try that shit again. He definitely told that nigga Harry Belafonte something.
Wait till he
Look at how he look at that nigga Mike, man.
that nigga
New
looked at Diana, put the bitch,
He
get
looked
on the
at
wing.
Diana
What
Ross
is you
like, bitch,
doing?
you really lost your fucking mind out here. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. All right, man, score one for Mike. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. He was not having that shit.
Yeah, I
That's
seen that a
Lionel
couple
Richie.
times.
He looked all upside Lionel Richie head.
That's crazy. I love it. Let's go, Mike. That's another one for Mike. That's another one for Mike. He's unbeatable at this point. That's another one. God damn. That nigga looked at Diana like, bitch, you really got her and lost your fucking mind. I'm gonna tell you about your funky self. Wait till we get in this fucking car after this.
Right.
Elizabeth Taylor trying. Michael, calm down. Girl, shut the fuck up. Michael motherfucking Jackson. That's crazy. I've never seen that clip.
Yeah, I just seen it a couple days ago.
Yeah, he
It
that
wasn't as
nigga.
deep. It wasn't as deep as this, but it went to the Harry Belafonte part.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Daylight coming. Mike was gonna go upside his fucking head. Shout out to Mike Jack, man. The best there ever was. Um, Speaking of niggas that's wild with the ladies, your guy Ray J's back in the news, Sterl.
This nigga, man.
Hey, what's up with this nigga, man? Ray J told us he had months to live like 4 or 5 months ago. You still hear about nigga? I just fuck
Yeah.
that.
Still
Oh,
Wilder.
Ray J reveals he has slept with over 12,500 women at 45. Quote, I did a booby trap party when I reached 10,000. Yeah, so we did a celebration. Booby trap celebrated my 10,000. I had about 400 or 500 girls that I fuck with came through, supported. It was a massive parade. I just crossed 12,500. This nigga, yo,
That nigga wild, bro.
Willie Ray Norwood Jr. is a nigga that was really made for television. Ray J, remember when, what's my guy, Vince Staples was like Ray J, like he said Ray J is the center of everything. He was like Ray J was like the first blood to like for real be out there. Like Ray J might for real be like, he's exalted. I think that people got to start putting respect on Lil Willie name again, because nigga, how tall is Chris Humphries? He was like what, 6'9", 6'10", or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And nigga Ray J checked that nigga on that plane. What's up, man? I'm Ray. Who are you? Come on, man. Quit bullshit. You know who I am. That's the craziest shit.
That's wild.
That motherfuckers only was married 70 some odd days. Ray J put a wrench in that shit, dog. I
That
love
nigga
that
was
nigga
just on
Ray J, man.
TV arguing with Lil Sammy and told that nigga, you starting to look real sexy to me right now. That nigga wild, bro. That nigga is wild.
Ray
Ray is
is fucking
crazy.
crazy. Hey, Ray J, what the fuck is up with you, gang? What's up,
Told
my
that nigga
nigga?
he
Like,
would run up in him and all kind of shit. I'm like, God damn, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's all on social media. It's a whole
God damn,
video.
Ray.
that nigga Ray J is fucking crazy, bro. Remember them niggas did that versus and Ray was holding the baby and doing that crazy ass step? That
Right.
nigga was doing ad libs on other niggas.
Ray wild.
Ray J is the wildest nigga ever, but he's also wildly successful. Them earbuds, them scooty bikes. Ray J made a killing in merchandising, dog. He's no dummy. He's no fucking dummy. And that nigga
Right.
made a pretty penny from VH1 too. Like, bro, I'll never
What
forget
what them
that
that bud
episode of
called again?
Raycon.
Yeah, Ray. Yeah, Ray. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget that episode of Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood, where the nigga Ray had that Scully, and every time the angle switched, the Scully was in a different fucking position.
Dumb silly.
Bro,
That nigga is a
that
fool.
motherfucker was like this. Then it was all down. Hey, Ray J, you are
I'm
a
finna put
fucking
the link to
legend.
that Ray J and Sammy shit in here too. That
Oh
nigga was
my
wildin'.
God. Yo, Ray, you're a legend. You're no longer just Brandy's little brother. You've carved your own path. You were the wildest nigga ever, man. Loving hip hop for the love of Ray J, the Ray J and Kim tape, putting out that I Hit It First song after Kim and Kanye got married, checking Chris Humphries on the plane. Ray J really is the illest nigga probably walking the planet. I can already see there's gonna be some bullshit.
Nigga wild, bro.
I can already see this.
That nigga Sammy was high as Cooter Brown.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, Ray high shit too.
Here it come. That nigga wildin'.
Yeah, that nigga Ray J crazy, man.
Ray J the type of nigga, when he come to the function, you just gotta leave. It's time for you to go.
Nigga sent him to the shirt off. Ain't no way I'm doing that.
He
They tell
told
me
that
that.
nigga you looking real attractive. That's fucking crazy, man. Hey, what's up with that nigga Ray, bro?
Said that shit
Yeah,
with a
right.
serious face.
Yeah.
You starting to look real attractive is insane, Ray J. Hey, yeah, I have no words. Shout out to my guy Ray J, man. Ray J really is, like we always say, Jamie Foxx is the most talented man in the business, right? Ray J's the most entertaining nigga that God ever put on this earth. I'm willing to die on that hill. A nigga should not be that funny just saying regular shit. Well, not regular shit, but
That
Wild
shit ain't
shit.
regular shit.
telling a nigga he's starting to look real attractive. That nigga Sammy was
Told that nigga you gonna make me do something to you. Like, whoa, wait a
that is
minute, my nigga.
fucking crazy.
That's wild behavior, Ray J.
Hey man, shout out to Way. Shout out to Willie Ray Norwood Jr., man. The fucking Oracle. He's a one-on-one. Your man Mike Vrabel was really wilding. Like really fucking wilding. Like I I've been on some public display shit before, but I don't fucking know. So these motherfuckers had Spotify playlists and shit that they were sending each other that people somehow got a hold of. But now your man CC, Chris Carter, the legend Chris Carter, is prepared to tell it all. NFL legend Chris Carter is pulling back the curtain on the Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini scandal. Speaking on the Fully Loaded podcast, Carter revealed that he has inside info via his wife's history as an industry makeup artist, explaining that the makeup chair is where all the real NFL secrets are spilled. Carter didn't hold back on the unfair fallout, questioning why Diana Rossini was forced to resign while Mike Vrabel continues to lead the Patriots. Quote, I do know people who have talked to Diana, and this has been a horrific situation for her, and it shouldn't be that way, but it is because she's a female. He's not wrong. It's really sad, but he's not wrong. But
Right.
also, Diana Rossini, if you're fucking around with Mike Vrabel and you're still married, and then you get pregnant, and we all presume it to be by your husband, don't name your child after the nigga you fucking on the side. That's fucking crazy.
I'd have gave that bitch all Ayukins. Yeah, ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. I find out you cheating and then my son is named after this nigga.
You didn't name
I'm
my
fucking
seed after this nigga, bitch. You lost your mind.
yeah. I would have. I don't hit women. I'd have fucked her up probably. I ain't gonna hold y'all. That's
This rock
crazy.
say, I ain't gonna hit you. I'll shake the shit out you.
Yeah, buddy.
Lost your
Yeah,
That's
fucking
that's
mind.
wild. That's wild.
After you don't name your kid after your side piece. That's like rule 101 of cheating, right? Also, don't get pregnant is rule 101, but oh my fucking God. Diana Rossini bold as shit.
Now I'm running
So they
around
got
here
these
looking at this nigga like I don't love him no more, and it's your fault. I don't give a damn what you say. Yeah, that's mm.
um so a Spotify playlist that Diana Rossini made for Mike Vrabel called Turning the Page was found. Somehow fans keep finding things about Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel. This time it's a Spotify playlist which has now been deleted after going viral, named Turn the Page, made by Diana Rossini and shared to only one person, Mike Vrabel. Playlist was shared with Vrabel back in 2022 when his Titans team was on a 4-game losing streak, which explains the name. He was putting it on her motherfucking ass. She got some shit on her. She got Big Energy by Beyonce. Um, She got Break My Soul. She got Girls, Girls, Girl. Hold on, nigga, you're scrolling too fast. Cuff It, House Party. Is that Lotto Big Energy? Yeah, she got Lotto Big Energy on here, and it's the video too. She was trying to let Mike see something. Um,
he already seen it.
this is yeah, he saw that motherfucker wink.
God damn.
He saw a hole. I would say not that I'm this type of person. There was a time and a place when I was much younger, and depending on what you call young, I guess. Diana Rossini is my type of whore. That's what I'm gonna say. What? You put
That's a
Lotto and
special
Beyonce?
type of hoeing on that boy. I ain't gonna
Are
hold you.
you crazy? You are my type of people. What the no, dead ass. Vrabel is nuts. So she would do like sideline at Titans games and stuff like that. People caught them years ago. It's just now going viral, which we knew. We found out her husband hired a private investigator. So he knew something. He knew something. And they were just out in public wilding the fuck out. Like, and everybody's like, well, why hasn't he been fired? Well, Robert Kraft went to a rub and tug. You know what I'm saying? Like around the time the Pats won their last Super Bowl. He got arrested in the rub and tug. He's not going to fire Vrabel for this. I'm sorry. And everybody's like, what about the Patriot way? Well, this kind of is the Patriot way. It's just
Yeah.
based on everything I've been told. Because Tom Brady was in there slaying them too. Imagine a motherfucker be like, all right, Tom, it's time to, hang it up. Let's raise these kids. And my nigga was like, I love the game too much. I'm going back in.
Right. And he took that whack ass team to what, the Super Bowl?
Yeah, he took the Bucks to
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
They won.
So yeah, Mike
Did they
Vrabel
win?
saw that motherfucker wink. He saw her asshole open up or some shit because the things that these two were doing. But again, Diana Rossini, I will put my contact information. If you happen to hear this, my contact information will be in the episode details. Clearly, you're headed for divorce. So if you need to talk to somebody about some things, I've been in therapy since 2023, December of 2023. So I think I'm a little versed, in certain conversations, and you can confide in me. I will not share it here on this podcast. Not to say I won't share it somewhere, but I won't be sharing it here. You
Right.
are my type of whore. I'm joking. I'm sure she's a beautiful person. Diana Rossini is funny as fuck, though. Her husband, you know what? I think what it was. She went on air making one too many jokes about that nigga. And he was like, I don't think she really likes me. And then it was like, they say, don't go looking for something because you will find something. And then he found a lot. And now the whole
Yeah.
world is watching this shit play out. She lost her job. She basically had to resign from the Athletic, or they were going to fire her. She could go the Joy Taylor route and start a podcast, or she could sign a deal with. I think that Barstool would definitely take Diana Rossini. I don't know at what cost, but like that feels like a Barstool move
Anna
for me
Ross
for
will
sure.
pay for her crimes. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah, man. He definitely saw that motherfucker wink though. Shout out to Mike Vrabel, man. Legend in 2 fucking games. Legend in
Yeah,
2 fucking games.
that's wild.
Wild as a bitch, ain't it? Want to talk tourney real quick? This is fucking crazy. I don't think this is necessary, but they're going to do it anyway. Why? Because it's more television revenue. More games equals more revenue. So, NCAA to expand March Madness men's and women's college basketball tournaments to 76 teams in 2027. The NCAA tournament is set to soon get an official major makeover, despite being a widely unpopular idea, sources told CBS Sports. The long-awaited inevitability is nearly a reality. Both the men's and women's basketball tournaments are expected to expand to 76 teams effective next year, sources told CBS Sports on Tuesday. A formal announcement by the NCAA is expected in May after every necessary committee officially ratifies the change in the near future. Expansion has been discussed and debated at the NCAA level for 4 years. Proponents, particularly conference commissioners, head coaches, and NCAA president Charlie Baker, have celebrated the idea of more access. Inversely, adversaries insisted it would lessen the significance of the regular season. If they're right, deteriorate the quality of March Madness and be a negative for the sport. In the end, the argument for a bigger tournament that will eventually generate additional revenue apparently won out. Although a decision has not formally been voted on yet, one source said it's a very, very small chance that any reversal will happen in the next week. A slew of NCAA groups, including the men's and women's oversight committees, the men's and women's basketball selection committees, Division I cabinet, and the board of governors all need and are expected to approve the move in short term. ESPN first reported the development Tuesday evening in response to that story. In this one, the NCAA put out a statement, quote, expanding the basketball tournaments would require approval from multiple NCAA committees, including the men's and women's basketball committees, and no final recommendations or decisions have been made at this time. Now, this will be the first expansion of the tournament since it went from 65 to 68 teams in 2011. In 2001, the tournament moved from its platonic ideal of 64 to an additional 65th team after the Mountain West creation. The die was cast then for NCAA leaders who opted to expand the tournament as opposed to eliminating one at-large bid and staying firm at 64. Baker, NCAA Senior Vice President of Basketball Dan Gavitt, met in New York City last week with television partners to advance the issue to determine the next steps of expansion. Sources said those meetings are crucial to the next steps of tournament expansion, as TV partners have to know the format in order to prepare for how to broadcast and market March Madness well in advance of the next tournament being staged. Baker, who took over as NCAA president in 2022, has been a longtime advocate for tournament expansion and was publicly and privately confident for the better part of a year that it would happen. Quote, I think there's some very good reasons to expand the tournament, so I would like to see it expand, Baker told reporters at the NCAA's mock tournament selection seminar in February. For now, we're still talking to various players in this one. You have to remember that some of the folks we're talking to are going through some pretty interesting corporate conversations of their own. And I think for us, we accept and acknowledge that, but we're still talking. Get ready for a different looking NCAA tournament by going from 68 to 76 teams. The very nature of how the bracket is constructed and presented will have to change. By bloating the field, the visual presentation of the tournament will take an odd shape. The move will create 8 additional at-large bids, all of them to worse teams for the cut line standard than those that have qualified for every previous NCAA tournament. Per sources, the NCAA will be adopting an expanded model for its opening round games that matches what it had been doing for the first 4. The move to 76 will mean that 52 teams auto-slot into the main bracket, the first round starting on Thursday and Friday, with the 24 leftover teams filling up 12 game slots for Tuesday and Wednesday immediately after Selection Sunday. How that all fits into a single piece of paper and an easily understandable format for the average sports fan remains to be seen. What's undeniable is that the NCAA, by choosing to go to 76, is making the process more complicated for the American sports public that for decades has mostly paid attention to a 64-team tournament. Essentially, this means instead of 4 games with 8 teams in Dayton for the men's tournament, there will be 12 games with 24 teams at 2 sites that will initiate the start of March Madness. Dayton will stay on as one of the sites, but the second hasn't been determined yet for the men's tournament. The sites for the women's opening round also remain unclear. One source told CBS Sports that it will be sure to be in either the Central, Mountain, or Pacific time zones, and that a decision won't happen until either the summer or early fall. The first 4 in both branding and format is dead. One source said the 12 games for the 24 teams in the expanded tournament will be labeled the opening round. The expanded opening round will be split between at-large teams and teams that have won automatic bids by winning their conference tournaments. All number 6 teams and half of the number 15 seeds will slot into those play-in games on Tuesday and Wednesday of the opening round. The other half of the games will be a mix depending on team quality, comprised of number 11 seeds, all number 12 seeds, and potentially a game that will feed into the number 13 line for the first round that Thursday or Friday. This would also mean a new TV lineup. While exact tip times and format for the opening round on Tuesday and Wednesday have not yet been determined, the broad template will have to be the first game tips in the late afternoon on the East Coast. Sources said it to stagger the tip times in a triple header format on multiple networks. The first window would be somewhere in the 4 p.m. Eastern slot, then the second closer to 7 p.m. Eastern, the third pair of tip times slated between 9 and 10 p.m. Eastern. It goes on to say who will pay the bills. The NCAA, in a necessary change to try and make up for the millions in additional travel and execution costs by expanding both tournaments, has relaxed some of its long-standing prohibitions on certain companies being able to advertise and endorse the March Madness. Sources said the expectation is that the beer alcohol-based companies will buy in big and become a critical corporate partner in the years ahead, essentially being the linchpin that makes expansion a financially solvent endeavor. And all gambling-related advertisements in relation to the broadcast and distribution of the NCAA tournament will stay prohibited, one source said. Because of lawsuits and settlements, the NCAA is strapped for cash. One source said people saying it's a money grab are probably not wrong. The NCAA needs more money, and this is probably how we're going to get it. At this year's Final Four, the NCAA eliminated dozens of media seats in one end zone and swapped in luxury boxes that sold for tens of thousands of dollars. The organization has also taken on lawsuits that have cost the organization hundreds of millions of dollars in the past decade. Because the college football playoff is not run by the NCAA, March Madness only on the men's side, the women's tournament annually loses millions, is the one and only thing that keeps the NCAA afloat as an organization. Money, as it so often is the case, is the driving force for this change, and in this instance, leading to a controversial takeover to one of the most beloved events in American sports. Thoughts?
Bet money that's early round, first round, Amazon Prime or Netflix is going to pick it up and
Yep.
they're going to be the ones that's going to run it. Watch.
100%. This is they're gaining another media partner, and like they said, the college football playoff is not run by the NCAA. It's run by the conferences and the TV. It's run by essentially the Big Ten and the SEC and ESPN. Right? The NCAA tournament is the moneymaker. Like basketball is a revenue sport, football is a revenue sport. Those are the only revenue sports in college sports, honestly. Like without the tournament, without major college football, you don't have golf programs on certain campuses. You don't have volleyball teams, swimming teams, and all that stuff. So while I understand that these other athletes, they do make up the makeup of these campuses, your UCLA, USC, this, that, and the third, Stanford, but nobody is paying to watch college baseball. They're just not. Nobody's paying to watch college wrestling or swimming or fencing or golf or anything like that. They're not revenue sports. And that's why I was so against the conference realignment. USC, UCLA, Oregon, and Washington joining the Big Ten. And everybody's like, well, what's the big deal? And I was like, for the football and basketball programs, it's not an issue because they fly on charter jets. The issue is that the Big Ten now stretches from Piscataway, New Jersey, all the way to Seattle, Washington. And for your non-revenue sports who don't charter private planes, the travel is hell on those students. The tournament, for this to work, like you said, Amazon Prime and Netflix are more than likely. We know one of them, if not both, is definitely throwing their hat in the ring. We know that right off
Both
the
of them,
bat.
they're going to split it. I guarantee you it's going to be
Yeah.
both of them probably.
What the NCAA, what these kids on these campuses need to do, they need to fight for revenue sharing so that the Stanford golf team can also fly on the charter jet as opposed to just the football and basketball teams, because it's just not fair. All these kids still have to go to class, but you
Right.
turn your
Yep.
head for the basketball and football teams. But you might be working on a degree in robotics engineering at Stanford, right? That's why you go to Palo Alto. You want to be in Silicon Valley. But you have to take either a commercial flight or a bus or something like that. And now you would have to go up and down the Pacific coast. Now you got to go all the way to fucking Piscataway, New Jersey to play Rutgers. That was just absolutely ridiculous for them to do that. It didn't make any sense whatsoever. Almighty dollar. ESPN and Disney came calling like, if you can maybe get into this conference, you're going to make more money than you would have made. Now, the Pac-12, they fucked up that TV deal. They can add whoever they want. It's too little too late. They're not going to get their standing back as a power conference in major college sports. They're just not. This could be advantageous if they would go into a revenue sharing program with the non-revenue sports. If you're going to take some of this money and give it to the other sports, then I'm all for it. Is it going to dilute the product? Absolutely.
Hell
Because
yeah.
this also, you have to remember, like, one of the things that we always focus on going into March Madness is who's on the bubble. That almost eliminates this at this point.
Yeah, but the only thing it will do, you're going to have a lot more Cinderella teams now. You're
You
going
will.
to, some of them little small ass schools that
But,
get
well,
on
that's
that
the
little
catch
run.
22. It could give us more Cinderellas, or it could eliminate the Cinderellas, because remember, they're now playing, like with the first four, you had 8 teams who were playing an additional game and only 4 of them make it in, right?
Yeah.
We're talking 24 teams. And the tournament is a battle of attrition.
It's kind
So
of like a
it could
play-in.
kill off Cinderella in totality. We might get less upsets now because it's going now. You have, like, it's just like the NBA when they went to 7 games in the first round as opposed to 5. That killed like almost any upset. The only really big upset I remember since they switched was when Golden State beat that Dallas team.
Shit, it's about to be an upset now.
Well,
Motherfucking,
Orlando's
whatchamacallit,
about to
yeah,
knock Detroit out.
yeah.
Right.
You talking about an
Orlando.
8-1?
But when they had the best of 5, I believe the NHL and the NBA should be best of 5 in the first round. But the NHL playoff format, I have a lot of problems with that, and everybody does, even the players do. You like, playing a divisional playoff is absolutely ridiculous. You're weeding out the best teams by the second round. It just doesn't make any sense. They need to seed 1 through 8 just like they used to, just like the NBA does.
So they do division in round division.
So the NHL playoff works like this. Each conference has 2 divisions, right? So the top 3 teams in each division make it, and then you have 2 wild cards. So then the best team of the 2 division winners gets the second wild card. Then the second best team gets,
Just the
and
first
then
wild
like
card.
that.
Yeah.
So essentially, so Colorado won the President's Trophy, and they just swept the Kings. They're going to get either the Minnesota Wild or the Dallas Stars. We're talking. So one of the Dallas or Minnesota are playing each other right now.
Yeah.
These are 2 of the 3 best teams in the
So
Western
you have
Conference.
you literally have your marquee matchup happening in the second round.
In the first, Gary
Technically
Bettman
the
was like,
first round after the wild card.
we have the best first round in sports, and it's like parity is good to a certain extent, but every President's Trophy winning team does not win the cup. It only happens so often. I remember the Blues won the President's Trophy in 2000, I think, and we got bounced in the first round. Like, I think the last time it happened was 2013. Chicago did it. The Blackhawks were the last President's Trophy team to win the cup. But you deserve to see. We should be watching Colorado versus Dallas or Minnesota for the Western Conference Finals. You shouldn't see that in the second round. That's ridiculous. Right. And even the players are like, this format is stupid and we need to go back to 1 versus 8. Like that. And here's the thing. You're telling me I'm the best team in the league. I battled all season long, 82 games, and now they're going to 84 game schedule next year. And as the number 1 seed, I've earned the right to play the lesser competition, but I'm not getting that. And the NHL owners don't make any sense because you name me another league where you've had 3 lockouts under 1 commissioner that's still in charge. No other league will be doing that.
Now
They've had the terrible TV deals. Like, a couple times the Stanley Cup Finals been canceled because of lockouts. Like, Gary Bettman should have been fired a long time ago. They just thought he was a genius because Bettman came up under David Stern. He was with Stern when Stern took over the NBA and transformed that product. And they were like, oh, well, he's a whiz kid. He's a wonder kid. And he got this job and he's done nothing but ruin the NBA. Like, they're like, well, the league has grown. The league grew because Wayne Gretzky went to LA. And then you got kids in California interested in hockey. That's why the league grew. It's not Gary Bettman. It has nothing to do with him. He's hindered the league. There was no way. There was a time for like 5 years. Remember the channel Versus?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah,
it was like some obscure ass cable channel. No national Big 4 sports championship series should be on an obscure ass cable channel. That's how bad the NHL TV deals were. Everybody's like, why are hockey jerseys so much? They have to make the money somewhere because they have one of the worst TV deals. It's just bad for business.
That's crazy.
That's how bad the NHL TV deal is, and Gary Bettman should have been gone a long time ago. Like, he took over in '94. He's the longest tenured commissioner in all sports. Rob Manfred has only been around 10 some odd years. Silver's only been around, 15 years, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell, probably about 20 years now. But Bettman has been the commissioner of the NHL since like 94, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
30 fucking years. 30 fucking years. And you've done a terrible job. 3 lockouts in your tenure. You get booed. Like, people talk about Goodell getting booed at every draft. Gary Bettman has been consistently booed at every draft for years before anybody knew who the fuck Roger Goodell was. But this is going to dilute the tournament. But again, just like the NBA, they went to 7 games because that's more television revenue. That's all it's about. There's more television revenue, more ad dollars. I get it. I don't love it. But this specifically is a cash grab because the college football playoff went to 12 teams, but the NCAA has no control over that. It's ESPN, Disney, the Big Ten, and the SEC. They're the partners.
That
So
makes
the
sense.
NCAA is making no money off of that.
So
Like the
I heard
NCAA is not even crowning the champion.
I heard Clemson trying to lead the ACC and go to the SEC.
They should have never left the SEC in the first place. Clemson was look, it's a problem. They have I don't think the media rights deal for the ACC is up till I think they have like 2030 or later or something like that. Like Florida
Yeah,
State had contacted Goldman Sachs to like find clauses or something in the contract. Florida State isn't making any money from the ACC. And Clemson won back-to-back national championships like a few years back, and
yeah.
Clemson was the pride of the ACC while Florida State was down, and your other ACC teams, and Miami wasn't doing well.
Georgia
Um,
Tech.
yeah, but they're not going to get anything. Like, here's the
Yeah.
thing: the first thing is this: the SEC just extended memberships to Oklahoma and Texas 4 years ago, right? Um, what did that do? That killed off Oklahoma State will not schedule us now there is no Bedlam game. So you killed off a classic college football rivalry. But they got Texas versus Texas A&M back, so they're happy about that. Now A&M is like, fuck that. We left the Big 12 to get away from the University of Texas. We were tired of being called the little brother. I just don't think the SEC is already at 16 teams. They're a super league already. They're
Right.
Yeah,
going to a 9-game schedule. If you add Clemson, it throws it. You can't just add one team. You have to
To
add
have
another one
another
to
team.
even it out.
Right.
right.
So who do you add? Now I'm sure Florida State would be like, "Hey, we're right here," or Miami would be like, "Right fucking here." You can't lose if you lose Clemson, Florida State, or Miami to the ACC. The
To the
ACC, then
SEC.
they become the Pac-12. The Pac-12 was a power conference. They were literally called the Conference of Champions. Now they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. The biggest school that they have added is Boise State, which Boise State had a hell of a run. You know what I'm saying? They turned that
They
football
Yeah,
ain't been
program
shit
around.
the past couple years though.
Well, they have. It's just that they play in a weak conference. You got to remember. So, like, Boise State has to go absolutely undefeated, wire to wire, or maybe lose one game to get invited to the college football playoff. Because they were just in the first 12-team playoff. They lost to Penn State. Because remember, Ashton Genty was running over everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
People said
yeah.
people said Genty should have been the Heisman over Travis Hunter. But the
I believe
problem
that.
is, if they do that, you start picking from other conferences, right? So if you lose Clemson and either Florida State or Miami to the SEC as the ACC, who do you then go pluck from another conference? Because Notre Dame is not giving up their independency, right? They're not.
Yeah.
They will play an ACC schedule, but they will still be independent. Notre Dame is not giving up that NBC contract. So who do you start picking? Who's left?
Shit.
You don't have any elite programs. Like if you, so what you call Nebraska and say, hey, like y'all should be like y'all were Big Red, like let's get back to your heyday. Come join the ACC. But then
I don't think
Nebraska
they
is in
do.
the fucking Midwest. Like
They
again,
in the Midwest.
then it poses a travel issue for non-revenue sports. Again, nobody's thinking about the kids that play golf and soccer and volleyball and baseball and wrestling and all that stuff, and even hockey
Right.
on certain programs. They're not thinking about that. They're only thinking about college basketball and college football because they are the revenue sports. There's more betting in college football and college basketball than probably like other than that, it's the NFL. And then everybody else falls in line behind that. The NBA is probably like right behind them. You can't replace them if they lose them, you scramble to find somebody else to replace them, right? Because you have to maintain a certain amount of teams in your league to host a conference championship game in football. That's number one. So then you're picking the bottom of the barrel. Who's left? Who's left?
Yeah, they're gonna have to get Boston College or somebody. Or they already in
They have
SEC, ain't
Boston
they?
College. Boston
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
they
gonna
College is
say
already
already
in
in
Boston
it.
is
SEC.
already in this season. Yep.
And then
So I don't
unfortunately,
know.
Boston College, like so, then like Duke and North Carolina are the class of ACC basketball, but they're just not good football programs.
Right.
And Notre Dame is not going to give up being an independent to join the ACC as a full charter member. Well, Notre Dame football. because all the other ACC sports, all the other Notre Dame teams, they're charter members of the ACC. It's just Notre Dame football that's independent. And they're not going to give that up. The problem is when you sign on to this conference, if you're attractive enough, it's like, we need Notre Dame because they're a national brand. But they're not going to get them in football, so they just don't make any sense. It makes no sense to add Notre Dame if you're not going to get them on your television schedule.
Right.
They're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Mizzou's not going to leave the SEC because they got everything they wanted. We've renovated both ends of the stadium and built a really good football program.
What
Mizzou
about
had 6
Utah?
players, and they joined the Big 12. Remember, Utah whooped Alabama ass in the Sugar Bowl that year, and then they started getting calls. They joined the Pac-12, and then when USC, UCLA, Oregon, and Washington bolted to the Big 10, the Big 12 started calling like, your conference is about to fall apart. So they got Arizona State, Arizona, Utah. They got Colorado back.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
They gutted the Pac-12, and that's what's going to happen to the ACC if they lose. They can maybe lose 1. They can't lose 2. The problem is you're not going to take just 1 because you have to keep it even. So you're losing Clemson and Florida State, or Clemson and Miami. It just wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. And you have to find, here's the thing, like some of these teams, like SMU joined the ACC, right? They're a charter member, but they don't start earning TV revenue for like another 3 years or something like that. When like USC, UCLA, all of them joined the Big Ten, they don't get a full Big Ten share of the TV revenue for like another 4 seasons, something like that. So you've got to find somebody, and that's why Florida State contacted Goldman Sachs. You got to find somebody to basically buy you out of the media rights, of the grant of rights deal, and then you have to like pay them back, and you're not getting a full conference share. This is the Big Ten and the SEC fucked it up for everybody. So we're just stuck here. We're just kind of stuck in a rut right now. Sterling's 100% right. This is going to be Amazon and Netflix flexing their muscles, and they definitely will get those first round games. They are going to have to start using, again, now there's so much dirt on like the DraftKings and the FanDuel and all these different gambling, apps and stuff like that, because now you find out these kids been gambling and they're fucking up. That boy Terry Rozier about to flip on everybody. He gave up Chauncey Billups and them name the other day, so like they're hitting people with major indictments. Like,
Yeah, old boy just copped out to it. He just pled guilty. Not Chauncey,
yeah,
but what's his name? Damn, I can't think of his
Damon
name. He used to play
Jones.
for the Yeah.
Damon Jones. It was Damon Jones. Yeah. So now you've got this situation where everybody's getting caught gambling. Like Chauncey Billups was running some fucking Sopranos ass gambling scheme. Them niggas had sunglasses and all type of shit to read the card. You can't on a college campus put FanDuel next to the Duke Blue Devil logo right now. It's gonna look fucking crazy. So
Right.
yeah, now it's Anheuser-Busch. Give us a call. Let's talk about some advertising for college basketball for the tournament. That's where we are right now. It's a cash grab. I get it. I totally get it. The worst thing that happened to the NCAA was college football creating the playoff and cutting them out of the deal. Because there was one thing when it was just 4 teams, right? Because you also have to remember, college football, the NCAA does not govern the New Year's Six bowls. Those committees exist completely separate, right? The Rose Bowl, Orange Bowl, Peach Bowl, Sugar Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, they operate completely independent of the NCAA. And it's a lot of corrupt shit. Like I read the book about how the BCS was destroyed and stuff like that. And it talked about like the buyouts they were getting at these bowls and shit like that. When you take those things and it's like, well, we want this playoff and we want this to feel special. So now to win a national championship, not only will you get that trophy, but you're going to have to either win the Rose Bowl and the Orange Bowl or the Sugar Bowl and the Fiesta. You have to win 2 New Year's Six bowl games to make it to the national championship game. And NCAA is sitting back like they're getting paid and we're not getting a dime of this because the NCAA used to control the TV schedule. They don't have control over that anymore because the conferences sold their media right. The Pac-10 almost got Texas. The linchpin for that deal, because Texas, they wanted Oklahoma too. Mizzou would have then become the best team in the Big 12. That is what was going to happen. Texas wanted their own network, and the Pac-10 was like, no, you cannot have your own network. So Texas said the Big 12 was like, whatever you got to do to stay a member of the Big 12. The Big 12 was just like, let them do whatever the fuck they want. And then everybody else around the Big 12, that's why Mizzou bolted to the SEC. That's why Texas A&M bolted to the SEC. You're telling me they get to have their own network, keep all of their television revenue, and then we have to do profit sharing amongst the terrible TV deal that the Big 12 has. This shit is not fair. So Mizzou and A&M are like, fuck it, I'll go join the SEC and I'm going to get cut a bigger check. It was all because of Texas. And then
And
Nebraska
get more
was
light.
like, yeah. And then you got to look, Nebraska was one of the college football blue bloods. And look what happened to them since they left and joined the Big Ten. They barely fucking compete. They still travel well. Like when I went to that, the data for all the dogs came out. I went up to Champaign to watch Nebraska play the Illini, and some of the most dedicated Rabbit fan base. Like I'm sitting here next to these Nebraska dudes, and they screaming, "Get on the fucking ball!" Like they were going crazy. The Huskers haven't been good in some time, but like they are faithful. Like they drove from Nebraska all the way to Champaign, Illinois. They're still rabid. They're just not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not Johnny Rogers over there anymore. We're a long way from that. Yeah, this is the harsh reality and truth of this is a terrible, terrible idea, but it's too late. The wheels are already in motion and nothing is stopping this. Because all you have to do is tell the right person, you're going to make X amount of dollars if we do this. And they're like, sold, sign off on it.
Yeah.
And the NCAA needs this to keep the lights on. Because if somebody else takes over the tournament and then they negotiate the TV deal, the NCAA is done. They're done. The NCAA truthfully only exists because they started playing football on college campuses first. And these kids were getting killed. And I want to say it was Teddy Roosevelt who basically helped form the NCAA. And they only existed to make sure that the game was played properly and there was safety and stuff like that, because kids kept turning up dead on college campuses playing football on Saturday afternoon. If the ACC and the former Big East and the Big Ten, they decide to go into business for themselves and they cut out the CBS deal and they make a deal with Amazon and Netflix in totality. Like imagine you turn on Netflix to watch the entire tournament and they cut the TV deal without the NCAA. The NCAA is done. They would cease to exist within like 5 or 10 years. They would be out of there because you're going to govern the non-revenue sports. How are you going to keep the lights on? You can go to a Mizzou hockey game for free. So yeah, this is a bad idea, but sometimes there are certain things that are necessary evils, and this might be the right thing. NIL was part of it, and the college football playoff was part of it as well. And like, this might be necessary to kill off the NCAA because, like, remember, like, fucking Ed O'Bannon and Charles O'Bannon, when they sued the fuck out of them, when them niggas looked up and saw themselves in that game and they weren't getting royalties, it was a wrap, dog. It was a wrap. We didn't get a college football or college basketball game for what? 10 full years? 10, 11 years, something like that. The last one was 2014. So this might be a necessary evil. I don't know, man. We'll see. A lot of bad teams gonna make the tournament now. I mentioned the Versus TV network, but speaking of Versus, we've got a Versus matchup coming up. Thursday, May 7th, Rick Ross, French Montana. I think this is French's first versus. This would be Ross's second. Him and 2 Chainz did one during the pandemic. That's when Ross had the strippers come out there and get the massages and shit like that. French got some records, but I got Ross in this one.
I don't even
And
like
Yeah,
this fucking matchup.
that's not a
yeah.
shade to French. French has some records. I just don't think he's a good matchup for Ross.
He's got some records, but his performance is also that nigga
Yeah, I don't
just.
know.
And this ain't gonna do nothing, but he gonna have Max out there speaking out the side of his neck.
You know what? You're right. So this is probably a launching pad for Max since Max just
That's
came
what it
home.
is. That's essentially what
That's
this is
probably
gonna
what it
be.
is. Yeah, I don't know. If y'all had a dream versus matchup, who would you have?
Obviously,
Dreamers.
Jay
I have
and
3.
either Drake or Jay and Kanye, which neither one of those is gonna happen. But yeah,
I have 3. If
Shoot.
Michael was still alive, Michael and Prince. If Prince was still alive too, Michael versus Janet, because you know they was competitive as fuck. J and B, but they do it from their house and they drunk off wine and shit. That would be hilarious. And then Jodeci and Drew Hill.
I would say Jodeci and Boys to Men. Um,
I think Boys to Men needs somebody. Who was their comp? They don't, because Boys to Men was the more cleaned up version. Like Jodeci, them was straight up niggas. 112, them was some niggas from Atlanta. Jagged Edge, them niggas. One of them niggas was running dope. I just don't know if Boys to Men has a comp where
it
like
still would be Jodeci
Mine is
from era.
a producer wise on the C, Dr. Dre and Jermaine Dupri.
Fire.
that Puff and JD joint. That's crazy, man. Puff got his dumb ass locked up before we got that verses. That shit was gonna go fucking bananas.
I also want to see
Dre versus
Usher and Breezy.
Usher and Justin Timberlake has been the one that's been out there for years. Like this would be the perfect matchup. I don't know, man. Needless to say, I got Ross in this joint. And again, that's no
Yeah.
shade to French. French got some records. Ross's catalog is absolutely insane.
I was never
It's
really a big
absolutely
French
fucking insane.
fan.
Yeah, me
French
neither.
got a couple joints. But you can't play Pop That and the Sway Lee record all night, bro. Marble Floors is a dope one. French got a few records, but Ross got timeless joints. That's all I'm saying. Ross can play like 4 different versions of Maybach music, and you know what I'm saying. It's too tough.
Yeah.
Ross got Hustling, Push It to the Limit.
Here I am.
Fuck. Like he could have Meek pop up, Wale pop up. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
It's just too much. Ross's bag is way too fucking deep, man. I don't think this is a good matchup for French. But it does. You right. This does feel like a launching pad for Max to be seen. And if that's what it is, like I'm with it. Ain't no big deal. But
French should win
I got
against.
Ross smoking French. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, and I don't know how many like. Does Max really have a record that like? To be truthful, if we was going to see Max in the verses, him and Jim can't get along. So it'd be like Jeezy versus Gucci again. Because him and Jim
And
just
Jim would
they're never
smoke
gonna
him.
see eye to eye.
Jim would
Jim
smoke
would
him.
smoke him.
Max ain't got
The fucked
enough.
up part is Max wrote most of Jim early hits, so it's fucked up though. But shout out to Max though. Welcome home, boy. What else do we have? We only have 2 left. This is the funniest shit. I've never heard nothing like this. So Trick Daddy said, "Did y'all hear this shit?"
Trick Daddy.
About which
The
part?
noise jersey.
Trick Daddy claims that after he asked Polo for exclusive gear because he felt his music boosted their sales, Ralph Lauren told that nigga never mention us in your lyrics again.
Wait.
I've never heard of a clothing brand being like, "Hey, big dog, we don't want none of your promotion."
That's crazy.
And I thought about it. I'm like, but if you think about the Nan video, Trick had Polo
Yeah.
on head to toe.
Yeah.
Wear more
Don't
Yeah.
nobody
Polo
can
than
wear
me,
more
bitch.
polo than me, bitch. Yeah. He. But
Yeah.
I feel him though. I feel him.
Ralph Lauren say, "Hey, my boy, guess what you're not gonna do? You're not getting
Right.
no free clothes, and don't mention my fucking company again, dog." That's
I, I,
hilarious.
I feel like they'll promote Young Dro or something like that. Or
The
Young
only
Dro,
one that would have gotten that would have been Kanye.
yeah,
Yes, I mean my
yeah.
boy had a bear mascot based on the polo bear. And at that time, Kanye was extremely safe. It was like, oh, he's a really nice guy, and he talks
Mm-hmm.
about college and this, that, and the third. And then little did we know, like this nigga is a demon. I couldn't imagine though. I could not fucking imagine. That'd be like Nike telling niggas don't rap about Nike Techs no more. We don't want your kind of business. You know what I'm saying? Or when remember in the '90s where the rumor was that Tommy Hilfiger said he didn't want niggas wearing his clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Trick Daddy a wild dude. Just like you might have did, a club or two somewhere and niggas had on polo and whatnot, but Ralph Lauren is timeless, dog. I'm not saying it wouldn't no young niggas who didn't buy polo because of Trick. I'm not going to say that, but it's Ralph Lauren, bro. Like,
They
what are
was
we
gonna do
talking
that
about?
anyway. Yeah, they was gonna do that
Any
anyway,
fucking
champ.
way. But to tell the nigga, nah, you're not getting no clothes and don't say our name again. That is fucking fun. Like,
I'd
how
have told
both
that nigga that too. I'd have told his ass that too. What do you mean? What do you mean? You got the nerve to ask for it because I carried the brand. You carried what?
what? No, you did not.
Yeah,
Ralph
no, you
Lauren is
didn't, bro.
timeless. Ralph Lauren is timeless.
And if you don't shut the fuck up, I'll flood your hood with all Ralph Lauren. Them niggas will be wearing polo boots in the summer.
A motherfucker said, motherfucker said, Trick should have looked in the crowd harder. They was wearing Polo Association, not Ralph Lauren Polo. That's who he should have called for real. They was gunning his motherfucker.
That shit, boy, you go to your local Walmart, that motherfucking big country ass
Definitely.
polos is everywhere.
Oh my God. U.S. Polo Association is crazy. Trick was nuts though. That was a lie. I was like, you don't know no damn nigga that wear more polo than me, bitch. I'm like, yo, this nigga is indignant as
Right.
fuck.
You ain't even had a fly polo on either, nigga. You had some. Oh
No, he
yeah,
had the polo jacket on in the video. I got that polo jacket. I still have that jacket. Shout out to Ralph Lauren. Um, Trick a wild nigga, man. Trick Daddy is the wildest nigga ever.
that nigga
We
fucks
got a
me up when
game
he be doing
7.
that performance. Yeah, Philly just got him out of there.
You lying.
Yep,
Yeah, it's game
So that
they
7.
been
series
on
is tied
they
up
was
at 3 apiece.
yep,
Yeah.
they was on their ass the whole game. And it looked
Oh
like
boy,
JT just went out. JT went out hurt again, so I'm waiting to see what they saying it is. He left in
this
the
is
third
not
quarter.
good.
Yeah, go ahead and
This is
pack them up.
not good. Wear
Yeah,
more polo than me, bitch.
And B need to get out the first round.
Shout out to Trick, man. Wherever
Hey,
stairs,
Trick.
Trick Daddily. Trick a
That
wild
one,
boy, man. Trick a
then that one
wild
time he
dude.
said he had an ass eating club.
cut it out.
He did say some shit. Trick is on record talking about how he liked to get his ass ate. He is on
Yeah,
record.
he
That is
asked Jess Hilarious if she would eat his ass. She cussed that nigga the fuck out.
remember Trick episode of MTV Cribs? He had all that Miami Dolphins shit, and he had like the Dan Marino tackle buddy, and the nigga had like a real little Dan Marino joint. And he was like, "This is Jersey when he first came out." And I ain't talking about out of college. I'm talking about out the pussy. I was like, "Yo, if y'all don't get this nigga off of MTV right
Trick crazy, boy. Yo, Trick,
Not when
boy,
he
now,
first
out of
came
his
out the
pocket.
kids at home
pussy.
doing their homework. What is wrong with this nigga?
That nigga Trick was a fool.
Trick Daddy is the wildest nigga. First
That
of
Trick.
all,
nigga
I
had
remember
a whole cooking show.
the first time I heard the full name where he still went by Trick Daddy Dollars, I was like, "There's no way it's a nigga rapping with this name. There's no way it's a nigga rapping with this."
Lo and behold, that nigga from Miami. That
I'm gonna
nigga
tell you
Trick was
what
out there
though.
cooking, making wings, had a restaurant and shit. I'm like, who the fuck is eating food from Trick Daddy, first of all?
Never, never.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can wash
that's
your hands with bleach, and I'm not eating that shit. Like, oh my mom, I'm not eating nothing Trick cooking. You crazy? You fucking crazy?
You out your rabbit ass mind. You think I'm gonna eat some sweet potato pie from Trick Daddy. Get the fuck out of here.
Now, Miss Patty Pie,
now
I'll turn one of Miss Patty Pies up in a second.
your stomach blowing
But
up.
nah, Trick ain't cooking nothing for me, brother. You can't even base the turkey on Thanksgiving, Trick. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't
That
no
nigga look
fucking
like a
way.
Goosebumps character. Ain't no way.
Yo, a Goosebumps character is absolutely fucking insane. Remember? Remember?
Oh shit.
Remember the nigga came out with the joints? That nigga Jay was like, this nigga just confused. I say, what you mean? He was like, the nigga talking about he a thug, now he love the kids. Fuck is he talking
Hey,
about?
Oh,
Wherever my brother is, Jay, I love you, nigga.
that nigga was wildin'.
Jay was a 101, man. I love you, bro, wherever the fuck you are, man. Hold your head, baby. I miss you. Oh my God. You a thug, now you love the kids. Fuck is you talking about? Um, but when You Don't Know Nan hit, boy,
Fire.
you
yeah,
couldn't walk down the street without hearing that
That
come out.
whole
Like
album was fire.
if five cars pass you, three of them was playing You Don't Know Nan. Three of them at
yeah,
least.
That whole
yeah,
album had heat on it. I ain't gonna hold you.
Trick was it www.thug.com or some shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
Wild boy, man. Shout out to Trick Daddy. Slip and slide. Hey, Trick had a run.
yeah.
Like
He
that
did.
joint, then the Slip and Slide album, Take Him to the House, all that shit. The okay, what's up? Shut up. Niggas had
Mm-hmm.
Edrin James in the video. Trick was that dude, man. I know a lot of motherfuckers who are on like the love and hip hop circuit at this point in their career because they just trying to keep a check coming in. Some of them had it. Some of them had it. Trick definitely had it. I
Yeah,
remember
but
when
niggas
that
don't
joint
even
with
realize Trick go all the way back to 2 Live Crew.
yeah. Oh my God, round here when Bleak put Trick and Tip on that
Mm-hmm.
joint went that round here still goes crazy. Just Blaze put everything in the under the kitchen sink in that fucking beat, man. Shout out to Just fucking Blaze. Anyway, I think it's time we have the conversation. Megan Pete, aka Megan the Stallion. Quote,
Yeah,
cheating had me around your whole family playing house, got cold feet, holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during the basketball season. Now you don't know if you can be monogamous. Bitch, I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all. Megan Clay, it's a wrap. It is a wrap.
it's over
Um,
with.
First of all, let me say this. If you've never been cheated on, it's a terrible feeling, right? People break your trust and all this. I know. I'm gonna let you cook. I can see it in your face. I'm gonna let you cook, Sterl. I can see you got notes and shit, don't you?
A whole soliloquy over this motherfucker. Like,
Oh shit. Oh, I feel bad for Meg. She had to, and she apparently was so heartbroken. She ended her run on Broadway at Moulin Rouge and all that. The one thing I found out during this whole situation, um, Clay been a shooter, and now we know
Yes,
Clay a shooter in 2 fucking games. I did not fucking know that Clay roster looked like that.
man. What?
That man had Coco Jones, Laura Harrier, and Megan Thee Stallion in like an 8-year window. And not for nothing, the nigga got 4 rings in that time frame too. We got to stop putting smut on Clay Thompson's name because Clay is a shooter supreme.
absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely.
so this came out. Twitter user reveals Clay Thompson was cheating on Megan Stallion with basketball player Lexi Brown. Lexi has come out saying that that was 100% incorrect, and she unfortunately has her and her family have received death threats from I guess the Hotties, which is Megan's little camp or whatever. This is bad all around. A lot of people just don't feel sorry for Meg. I don't care where the story is posted. If you go in the comments, you're gonna say, "Who cares? Free Tory, free Tory, free Tory." Da da da. This, that, and the third. Um, I know Joe and them had a conversation of Mark. Everybody was like, Mark is pandering. He don't believe this bullshit. The one thing that Mark did, and Mark did get Joe, he was like, you talk that shit, Joe. He was like, niggas be lying. He was like, Joe, you're famous for moving girls in almost 2 weeks into a relationship, which Joe has been. And they was like, they weren't really together. Nigga, if we buy a
They
house,
wouldn't.
you don't think so? I'm
Absolutely
not
not,
gonna lie.
nigga. I'm telling you
Okay.
like this. I just feel like the contract was over. I told y'all in the beginning when they first did this shit, they put these motherfuckers together because she fucked up and fucked her image up, and she needed a cookie cutter nigga to get her through. Them motherfuckers was never together. And just like Joe and Ish said, you move in together. What the fuck does that mean when you uber rich and I'm uber rich? I
Good
could go
point.
live in Turkey for the next 5 years if I wanted to, but if I got a shit ton of money, so that it ain't like you combining lives for real. That shit was fake this whole time. I don't believe that shit for the life of me. That's the contract was over. That just like they got that nigga up out of Oakland, not OKC, but Oakland.
Oakland.
Same thing. The contract was over. We need a reason to break up. You losing your luster. You didn't do what you needed to do in the playoffs and all that. It's time for me to move on and start having fun. Tory's buried underneath the jail. That shit is all but a farce. People starting to forget about it. They giving her shit about it still, but he ain't getting out no time soon. It's time for me to go start drinking and being belligerent and cussing motherfuckers out like I'm used to. Simple as that.
And she like everybody's like she can't go out acting crazy, talking about she was in love. She was out the next night taking a shot out of some girl cleavage in the club, and it looked good. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
gonna
gonna hold
always
you.
look good. Yeah, but
Yeah.
she's a belligerent motherfucker. She got a mouth on her, and when she get drunk, she goes hard in the paint. And she just got it was it. The contract was up. The motherfuckers were never in no love, none of that. That nigga, if for them to be so much in love, how many motherfucking posts on his Instagram did you see?
Yeah, that's true.
Here's the thing. I hear what you're saying, but I also did not know that the nigga had Coco Jones and Laura Harrier at some point. So Clay, he love him and leave him. Clay just don't give a fuck, is what I'm
But but
finding
but
out.
this is what I'm saying. And that lets you know right there. In his real relationships, shit that was real relationships, it wasn't public. You didn't see it. This shit
Let me
was
see.
it was put in our face.
Yeah.
We knew about it. We decided to make it public and this and that. We really love each other, but that shit all came from her Instagram, her posting, her people posting. That nigga never posted not one time.
I'm on his Instagram now. The nigga just be posting pictures on his boat is what it looked like. That captain had got to go, but
And all of a sudden, that boat you love so much, now all of a sudden I named it after her. And we all had to hear about that because it was a post from where? Her shit. Come on, dog.
yeah, he ain't got a single picture of no girlfriend on her.
Not one.
Yeah, I did not know Clay was. I mean, he a shooter. I didn't know he was that kind of a shooter. Shout out to Clay, man. Shout out
Shout
to
out to
Clay.
him.
Get rid of that fucking captain hat, though, bro.
He said, let me drive the boat.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
drove that
that's all it
motherfucker.
was. They needed a nigga with a so-called squeaky clean image, and they didn't think it was gonna go the way that it went. They didn't know that that
The
nigga
crazy
was.
thing is all these influencers being like, she made him. I'm like, that nigga had 4 rings and was one of the greatest shooters of his generation before any
Right.
of us knew who Megan Thee Stallion was. He had at least 3. By the time they won the last one, Meg was out there at that point.
That
But
nigga made 300 million in his career.
and motherfuckers
300
saying
of them
nobody
things.
knows who Clay Thompson is.
300.
Like what are we talking about? It's a Nigerian influence. She's like, Megan Thee Stallion made Clay Thompson. I'm like, baby girl, I don't know what planet you live on. We knew who that nigga was. You didn't. Just
Right.
like I can't stand fucking Travis Kelce, but I'm not gonna let nobody sit there and say Taylor Swift made Travis Kelce. We're not gonna play
hell
those
no.
fucking games. We're not.
Yeah.
Travis had Super Bowl rings. Like, what are we fucking doing? They've got to. Influencer culture needs to die. I'm just gonna say it, point blank, period. Because they got all these women like, this is that, and then it's always somebody like they say. It's always a bitch, a dumber bitch in the comments talking about period and clock it, all this stupid shit. Like, she ain't said nothing but ask you what time the 4:05 train come, and you didn't clock it, bitch. Shut up, fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's.
I don't give a fuck. I said what I said. I don't care. I don't
Yeah, I
care.
seen them posts too. Like she made Clay. I'm like, what? Clay been shooting for
We talking
years,
about Clay fucking Thompson here.
right? We ain't talking about no Ricky
Y'all
or
act
something.
like y'all motherfuckers acting like she was dating Kirk Heinrich, and no shade to Kirk, but what the fuck are we doing? That's
Right.
Clay fucking Thompson.
Yeah,
That nigga been
I
shooting.
don't know what
Influencer culture has to die. Y'all gotta go. Go get real jobs before they shut Instagram down. Go get real jobs. Motherfucker, what do you do? I'm an Instagram model. What? This is in Vogue magazine, moron. I don't fucking know, man. Anybody got to use suck to end things?
Let's see. Do I got one this week? I don't think I got one this week.
I got one. Y'all
Go
want me to
ahead.
go?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
So all the fanboys, the console war is starting up again. Asha Sharma has dropped the price of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate from $29.99 a month down to $22.99 a month. Nice start, but not, what they want. They are not releasing Call of Duty day one in Game Pass. Call of Duty, whatever, so last year's Call of Duty, had they not done it this way, okay, so this year's Call of Duty will not go into Game Pass till the next version of Call of Duty is coming. So anyway, they're like, Xbox is back up, PlayStation's dead. Some users have apparently found some little tick in PS4 and PS5 new purchases where you have to be online and register. You have to do an online check, basically, to register the game license for it to permanently be yours. There was a whole conversation about DRM during the launch of the Xbox One, and that essentially killed the console. And Xbox guys are like, oh, now you guys do DRM, DRM, DRM. So Sony came out and clarified that the reason for this is just to check once to make sure you are the owner of the license of the game, and then you're free to play the game as you please. The reason for
Right.
this is so that players don't buy a game, start playing it, don't like it, and then try to refund it, get a refund, because they were getting refunds from the PlayStation Store, but then some of them would still have access to the game and they'd be able to play the game and complete it. So Sony's nipping that in the bud. I have no problem with that. What I have a problem with is don't try to come back with the console war shit, all right? It's over and done. It is over and done. They stopped reporting sales numbers on the Xbox Series consoles. They stopped reporting sales numbers on the Xbox One around 30 million or something like that. It's over and done. Xbox is perpetually going to be in third place. And I say that as somebody that has owned and still owns multiple Xboxes. There's nothing wrong with it. If you want a Game Pass box, that's perfectly fine. But stop with the console war bullshit. Nobody's buying this. If y'all believe that Asha Sharma is going to be the light to turn Xbox around to finally jump into number one over Nintendo and PlayStation, I'm sorry. I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. I got a fucking lake out back full of catfish and all types of wonderment. It's not happening. It is not happening. I need y'all to understand this. You cannot condition your ecosystem to not buy games and think that you're going to sell games. That's not how it works. We've all watched these trade shows, Xbox Directs, Developer Directs, their summer showcase. And if you're watching on YouTube and you open the chat, they will show a game and people will be like, if it's not on Game Pass, I'm not playing it. They don't want to buy games. And that is why you are perpetually going to be in third place. You spent $80 billion on two publishers and then got mad when they started porting games to PlayStation and Switch. Guess what? Investors want their money back, and they are going to get it back in blood. I want mine back. If I gave it to you on the 3rd, I'm going to need it back by the goddamn 10th. All right? $80 billion is that's not cheap. When you're not
Hell
selling
no.
consoles and you're charging people a subscription fee to play those games, guess what? There's no such thing as exclusivity around here anymore. So if y'all really believe that Microsoft is going to put that genie back in the bottle and go back to being exclusive, Halo, Gears, Forza exclusive to Xbox, you got another fucking thing coming. There may be an exclusivity window like there has been.
Yeah.
Starfield came out the fall of 2023. It just came to PlayStation 5 the top of this month. So the best you can hope for is an exclusivity window. Going total exclusive is not happening anymore. It just isn't. I'm sorry. They got to get that money back in blood. $80 billion is not something you can just write off, even if you are Microsoft. So to the console war fanboys and fangirls, you suck. I don't like you. I would never lock myself into one ecosystem because I love video games too much. I want to be able to play the best that PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox have to offer.
See, I'm playing everywhere.
Exactly. And on PC. Console war people, you suck. Sincerely yours, Derrick Lamont.
I feel you. I feel
Yeah,
you.
I understand that 100%. 100%. You know what? I
Y'all
think
got
I
a you
got
suck?
one. I think I got one.
You
Not
got
this
one?
week.
I think I
Go ahead
got
and break
one.
it down, KG.
For old PlayStation. You're taking your
Go ahead
games
and go.
off Steam. Why you want to do that? Why you want to take
There's a
your games
reason.
off Steam? Yeah, it's a
You want to
reason.
go ahead?
But
You can. I mean, I can counter the point, or you can finish.
but my thing is like I feel like they doing that since Steam coming out with like the little Steam machine or whatever this thing called.
Two parts. That's one
Yeah,
part. The other part
and
is
and
Xbox is their direct competition.
yeah, and I guess they don't like people modding their games or whatever. But shit, hey, people want to play what they want to play. Let them play it what they want to play it at. That's how I feel about it.
This is true. The issue is this: if you're my number one competitor, I don't want you turning on your box and being able to play my games.
Right.
Because it then it devalues for the same reason Microsoft can't sell consoles. You couldn't sell games, now you definitely can't sell consoles. So Microsoft is releasing Project Helix will be their next. It's going
Yeah.
to be a PC console hybrid. The PC hybrid portion will allow you to have open storefronts. You would have Steam, Microsoft Store, GOG, Epic Game Store. Sony was selling PlayStation PC ports on Steam. Well, if Microsoft puts out a console where they can boot up Steam and I can play Spider-Man or God of War on an Xbox branded box, that's the last thing I want. Also,
Right.
Steam is now like, hey, we're going to get into the living room and we have our own box as well. I'm helping my competition, and why would I want to do that?
Right. Yeah.
Sony's
I
not wrong for doing this.
yeah, I
And the
understand
minute
that
they
part.
said this was going to be a thing, I flat out said, if I'm PlayStation, I'm finding any way I can to stop this. You're not going to be able to open up your console and play my IP. That's just not fucking happening. And the thing about it is, everybody tries to make it seem like Sony is so bad for doing this. You name me somewhere where you can play Mario or Zelda other than a Nintendo console. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Yeah,
It
you're
doesn't
right.
exist because Nintendo is not going to let you play their IP. Try to download a ROM of a Nintendo game and see if they don't sue you within 3 inches of your fucking last breath. Nintendo sued this one nigga so bad a couple years back. He literally, like, they broke it down. He basically owes Nintendo $5 a day for the rest of his life and then in the afterlife. So
Damn.
go ahead and try to play Mario and
Yeah.
Zelda on some shit that's not a Nintendo console and see what they do to you. It is not a
Yeah.
game.
So
Nobody says anything when Nintendo does it. I don't think that PlayStation should be getting a bad rap. The problem is that a bunch of Xbox users said that exclusives are anti-consumer. No, the fuck they're not.
see,
No,
that
the
ain't the
fuck they're
reason.
not.
That ain't the reason I'm saying it. I'm saying it like you started putting your games on there, and then you just what it like this year when they just started putting them on there.
Well, also, the cost to develop PlayStation first party games is like exorbitant. Like, I think The Last of
Yeah.
Us Part 2, the development cost was like $400 million, something like that.
Right.
I'm not going to spend that much money to see the ROI on PC is just not great. I think they've made 300 million all told on all the titles they've sold on PC since they started that initiative. It just
Yeah.
like 300 million is not a little bit of money, but when you consider the fact that again, The Last of Us Part 2 development cost alone was $400 million, and all told of all your IP that you placed on the PC storefront is only 300 million, then it just doesn't add up. It makes no sense to do it.
See,
So you'll still get like PlayStation multiplayer games like Helldivers and Marathon. That stuff will still go to PC because they don't care. But you're not going to see Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophets, Sorrows, Wolverine.
yeah,
Those
Wolverine.
games won't be coming to PC.
They stopping with Wolverine.
Yeah,
Wolverine's
it's a
not
wrap.
coming on PC. Yeah, it's not coming to
I don't
PC.
even think Sorrows is going to be on PC. I
So
can't blame
didn't it
Sony.
just come out?
It's
Didn't it
my
just came out
IP.
today, right?
I
This
think
came out
so.
today. Yeah, they came out today. I
Sorrows.
ain't checked it out.
I didn't like Returnal enough to play it. It just looks like Returnal too.
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah, I can't blame them. It's the IP belongs to them. They have the right to do with whatever the fuck they want to do with it.
right. Yeah, I mean, I feel it, but I got all of them anyway. So I mean, it don't bother me none. I was just like, oh, y'all gonna put the games on there, then you gonna take them back, stuff like that. Like, it don't make it
I
didn't
get
make
it.
sense to me, but when you break it down like that, it made more sense.
Yeah, it's like literally nobody says anything about Nintendo restricting Mario, Zelda, Splatoon, all that behind the Nintendo system. Nobody says anything because it's expected.
Yeah,
But
but I mean,
certainly
then
because but people look at Nintendo as like it's like you're cute, but you're a toy company at best.
right,
Like the Switch 2 is a nice piece of hardware, but like
yeah,
when you stack it next to an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5 or a PlayStation 5 Pro, it's like, well, this is cute, but this isn't like really what you want. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But
But
kudos to Nintendo because
I wouldn't expect them to put their stuff on PC anyway because they hadn't. It been they've been around for so long, but they ain't never did
no,
it.
Nintendo is like it. Here's the thing. I don't care what people say. It does devalue your console
Yeah,
because if you look at the PlayStation first party games going to PC, the window used to be like 3, maybe 4 years. And every year that window shrunk. And now it's like 9 months later. Like Death Stranding 2 hasn't even been out a full year and it's on PC already.
right.
God of War Ragnarok was fairly like the window was shrunk. So if you're gonna if this window keeps getting smaller, every single time you get closer to day and date on PC, and then what happens? Why would I spend $500, $600, $700 on your box when I can build a PC and get your games either way?
Yeah.
And
See,
essentially, like Steam coming out with the Steam machine, and then Microsoft being like, "Yeah, we have a PC hybrid console." So wait a minute, my main competitor will be able to have my games in their ecosystem? I
yeah.
think the fuck not.
Well, I see.
Absolutely not.
I know more like my old lady. She a PC gamer. She don't play nothing but PC. But she like,
Sturl was a super duper Xbox gamer. Were you
yeah,
not? Refused to touch a PlayStation.
By far, I
yeah,
wouldn't touch. I think I just got my first PlayStation 20. Shit, it may have been pandemic 2020. I ain't
yeah,
gonna hold
Right.
you.
Would you go back to Xbox at this point?
No,
yeah. Look, my
Because
my
there's no
wife,
point because they're putting their games on PlayStation.
PlayStation.
yeah,
Yeah,
like my old lady, strictly PC. Shit, I asked her, I said, why you don't never play on console? So I asked her that. She said, why would I play on the console and have to pay to play online when I can just play online on PC? And see, that made sense to
There
me.
is that. And I hear them on that, but at the same time, I remember fucking Destin Legary, so fucking disingenuous. He was like, for the price of a PlayStation 5 Pro, you can build a pretty nice PC. And I'm like, with what? Like, you can't play anything. Like, if you build a PC for $700, that motherfucker's gonna blow up if you try to load
Yeah,
GTA
yeah.
6 on that fucking PC. Like,
I
be
look,
fucking for real. That's the most disingenuous shit I've ever heard. Your
man,
fucking
bro,
house
look.
is gonna catch on fire.
Dude I used to work with, he bought a PC for $500. 3 weeks later, virus. It wouldn't even turn on no more.
Like, be fucking for real. Come on, dog. I don't know. Anyway, that's gonna do. Excuse me. That's gonna do it for us. We will catch y'all obviously next week. Ames and I will catch you after episode 4 of Euphoria. Episode 3 was absolutely insane. Cannot wait to see what happens next. Rue got pulled over by the DEA, so that should be interesting. NBA playoffs, NHL Stanley Cup playoff. We're a month into Major League Baseball season, so be sure to watch that. Spring football is taking place on certain campuses. Mizzou has named their starting quarterback for the upcoming season, so I'm very excited about that. And keep in mind, We will record our regular episode on Thursday, May 14th, and then we are jumping in our Discord to listen to Drake's Iceman live as a community. I will put the Discord link in the episode details if y'all want to join, and we will all listen and interact with Iceman together. So, y'all got anything before we get out of here?
I got one more before I
sir.
go. I got one more before
Real
I go.
quick, go ahead.
I was on Instagram, maybe 2 days ago, and I guess they got a game called NBA The Run. That kind of look like they bringing back NBA
It
Street.
looked like NBA Street.
Yeah.
I just saw that earlier.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need that to come on out so I can play that. I miss running on the backboard and all that stuff.
You know, I thought 007 First Light was like out early May, so I went to go and pre-ordered on my PlayStation last night. It should don't come out to May 26th, but it does look good. Oh, also, Batman Dark Legacy of the Dark Knight Lego has gone gold, so that will make its May 22nd release date.
Okay.
Yeah, and Mouse PI for Hire is out. It looks good.
Yeah.
I will tell you, it does not have ultra wide monitor support for PC. So
Okay.
Ash hit me up earlier. She was like, "I think I found my next game," and I was like, "That definitely feels like an Ash game." So shout out to Ash.
Yeah.
I got nothing else. We will see y'all next week. Believe in yourself first and foremost, because if you don't believe in yourself, of course, nobody else will believe in you. As always, my name is Derrick Lamont Jackson, aka Derrick Daniel Ocean. That's Big Money Sterl, aka Super Producer, and that's Killer KG. And we are 3 members of Pause Menu Society. Y'all know where we at. Holla at me. Peace.